I just wanted to share my tips on how I use these OHORA gel nail strips. I purchased these from Vanity Table and I tried them out, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see a little more about this and like how my tips for making them last longer. So this isn't going to be like a full review or tutorial by any means, but I did want to share. I am going to do my nails right now, and I figured I'd film the tips that I do to make sure they last long, and so I'm just gonna try and insert them in here. This is the pattern that I will be doing today. I know it's pretty simple, but it had a little heart cubic on it, and I thought that was perfect for Valentine's. This was like a free gift, so I was able to get that from there. I highly recommend you have that. I have a pair of little like nail scissors, and I also have like this Sally Hansen Miracle Gel top coat that I will use for the tips. The kit came with a whole instruction manual, if you will, so I brought that out here as well, but once you start using them, you don't really have to use this every single time. So here are all the nail strips. The main tip I have is to make sure you pick one that is a good size for your nail. So these are the different nail strips, and then because these have like a cubic, like embellished nails, they also come with the protective. This is meant to be like a base you put on your nails before you put these specific like embellished nail strips on. So you can pick the pattern that you want to put on each finger and then go from there. The other pieces that come in here are like a little nail file and a little pick. And the pick is really helpful in pushing down the nail strip onto your nails to make sure it adheres really well. But the other thing to note is to make sure that you keep these away from the UV lamp and from sunlight, because that's what's going to cure them and make them kind of unusable. So once I figure out the nail sizes that I need, every time I start curing, I do put them straight away back into the box. So I'm going to start off with my thumb. I'm going to be putting one of these cubic strips on my thumbnail, which means I will need one of these base layers. Now, what I like to do is actually use these scissors and cut across so that they're very close. I know you can use nail clippers, but I think these little scissors are easier, so that's why I use them, but nail clippers is another option. I don't think you're supposed to cure the base layer, so I'm gonna go straight into the actual nail. So I believe this size is going to be the best size for my nail. I'm going to go ahead. Most of these have like a protective film, except for the ones that have like a cubic on them. I like to, there's a notation here that says like cuticle line. So I like to grab the nail from the top part, because most of the time you're going to be cutting this part off anyway, and that way you won't have like weird stretch marks or anything like that. And then I like to eyeball the center, but what really helps to stick them down is to focus on one side. So I go to the edge and I press it down, and then I look onto the other edge and press that down. And then I use the little pick. There's a pointy end and like a beveled flat end. I use the beveled flat end to make sure that I push down the nail around the cubic itself. And that's to better ensure that it stays down flat. push down the edges on the side because you want to make sure it's all well stuck down. All right, and then I'm going to try and take this fuzz off that I put on from here. Okay. I'm also not used to doing these kinds of tutorials, so if it's really like not professional, it's because I am not a professional. This is just what I do. All right, so now I feel like the nail is really well stuck on, and what I like to do is, let me put this away. I like to close that up. I will trim the nail. I admit the trimming gets a little bit difficult on my non-dominant hand, but I still prefer to trim. And then what I like to do is cure it once, and then I will use the nail file to shape it. I think it's easier to shape it once this gets a little bit like firm. So I will cure it under the lamp. All right, so the first cure is done, and then I will take my nail file and actually shape it. You can already feel that the nail, the nail strip itself has gotten harder, so it's a lot easier to shape. Don't worry, I will clean the surface. This is not where I normally do my nails, but I thought for filming it would be easier with the lighting and everything over here. So once I'm happy with the shape, then I'll go ahead and I will cure it 2 more times under the lamp. Awesome, so I've cured it twice, and when I tap it and touch it, it seems to be really strong, so I'm happy with that. And then I will of course do the rest of my nails, but I did want to share how I use this top coat. So I don't think this is actual full gel polish, but it is a like a gel-like top coat, and I do remember this saying, I think, that it kind of cures more over time with like exposure to sun because of the UV rays from the sun. So what I like to do is once all of my nails are done, but I'll show you on just this one nail, what I like to do is take a little bit of this top coat and run it on the edge of my nail here. So what I like to do here is I like to take this gel and take this top coat and actually run it under or over right along the edge of the nail. And I feel like it helps to seal in case there might be any sort of gap. You do want to make sure that it doesn't show too much from the front of your nail, because otherwise there will be like this little sort of clear bulge. So you do want to be mindful of that, which is why I paint it a little bit from the underside. But I don't put like a ton on, but like I said, I do this mostly to fill in case there were any gaps that may have formed while I was putting on the gel itself. And then I will throw my nail under the gel lamp just one more time to help the top coat that I just put on the edge seal, and then I'm done with the nail. I don't put any top coat over the full nail. I will just put it on the tip, just along the edge. I think it helps with a little bit of edge wear, but I also think, like I said, it will help fill in if there are any gaps for any reason, and will prevent your gel nail from lifting off of your nail. That's what's going to make them come off a lot faster. So this is pretty much how I will be doing all 10 of my fingers. I'll share what my final nails look like, but those are pretty much all the tips that I use for applying the Ohora gel nail strips.
what you want. You're the one I trust, and I always be around when I need some loving, baby. No one else. Yeah. Let you down.
We are at the Maid Hotel in New York City in Nomad, and we planned a staycation kind of getaway. I am not in any form, like I don't have any makeup on or anything, so just wanted to share the breakfast that we ordered for the next morning. My favorite part of staying in hotels is that I can like eat in the bed. It's like one of my favorite things to do in the hotel room, so we are super excited to eat our black seed bagel sandwiches. And yeah, we're probably going to be doing like nothing today. We'll probably just like watch movies and just hang out, so if I'm able to get some snippets of it, I will, but otherwise I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I just wanted to pop in because the view outside of the balcony is really nice. I probably already put some snippets, but I wanted to talk through a little bit. It's our last day at the hotel. We stayed for 2 nights, and it was glorious to just do pretty much nothing. It was a really, really nice staycation here at the Maid Hotel in New York City. So if anybody is looking for a boutique hotel when you come visit New York, I highly recommend the Maid. It is centrally located because it's on 29th between Broadway and 7th Ave, which makes it really easy to get to all of the major attractions and things like that. So it's a really good location, and it's a boutique hotel, so it has a lot of really cute character. You don't get that kind of cookie cutter hotel vibe from this place, which is why we wanted to stay here as well. So like I mentioned, the view outside is really nice, so I wanted to take you outside. Ta-da! So unfortunately there's a lot of scaffolding out, but can you imagine in the summertime or in the springtime? It's pretty quiet as well, so that's really fun. But yeah, and then there's all this like seating out here, which would be really fun to like have drinks if the weather wasn't so cold. So we'll be definitely doing that next time. But I think I might be ending the vlog here. I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's Day and a long weekend with President's Day on that Monday. And I hope it was filled with love and care for yourself and for your loved ones. And yeah, I hope to share some more vlogs of doing interesting things in the city soon. I'll probably be starting my like watch journey in more seriousness in the next month or so. So yeah, I'm excited to be like chronicling some of that. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this vlog, please give me a thumbs up because it really helps me a lot. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time.